Tell It to Someone is brought to you by ALVIN. He's more talented than Justin Bieber, and girls not wearing a purity ring, go for it.
Hello.
Greetings and welcome to Tell It to Someone, the only show where I'm Vogta! What a smooth transition. Now, my first question comes from Glasseye. Now that WikiLeaks are to exclude some UFO cases, does this mean that you can go home now? No, I have to do the rest of this episode of Tell It to Someone. Then I can go home and have some ice cream. Next question is from Henry the Camel. I believe Christmas is for the kids. Do you think I can get away with buying the children of my family slightly better than average stuff while spending less on the adults, or will jealous rage blind the adults to sound logic and economics of this act? Sound logic and Christmas are mutually incompatible. You are talking about a God being born in a town which the person who their parents weren't from that town but had to go to that town because of a census that there's no proof of actually happening, and the woman in question never had sex. Yeah, so it's all based on not much logic. So spend a bit more on the kids, mostly because Santa doesn't exist either. And this will compensate them for the fact that Santa never existed either. And the next one is from California Sun. Thank you for answering my question on family, helpful and accurate. On a related subject, dear Dangerously Talented, we are having family over for the holidays, and I was wondering if you could offer some assistance. How much time is involved in preparation? Thawing could not be an issue, except for the cold heart. And on how long you cook per pound, and what is the best temperature? Is it okay to add stuffing, or should this dish be prepared separately? Thank you for your help. 1 pound, yeah, okay. 1 pound? Yeah, see, we in Australia and, well, everywhere in the world is on the metric system. So with temperature, you're going to have to you have to find the number of chirps that a cricket makes and divide by 45 or something to get the temperature. And to get pounds, it's 1 pound equals approximately $1.50 US. I hope that has helped. JT Loves Dexter asked, last week I had some kangaroo, ostrich and alligator jerky. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten, and did you like it? When I was in Japan, we had some lavendar ice cream. It kind of tasted like soap, but not in a bad way. And after that comes the next question from Spachiman300. 30 Rock reference. Spachiman asks, why is the moon called the moon and not called Gordon? Yeah, you see, the moon is the moon is the formal name, and because the moon is like so far above us, we can never call the moon by the informal name, that being Gordon. And the next question is from my screensaver. You said that any field of science can disprove a deity. What about creation science? With creation science, you've got quite a few very intelligent people doing everything they can to disprove real science. And when you've got so many people so many intelligent people being so willfully defending stupidity, then there can be no God. And the next question is from Jord Mate. What is your next best ice cream or second favourite? Wasabi. They think I'm making it up. And why is it that so many people gamble? Also from Jordmate. You see, a lot of people gamble to make things interesting. See, a lot of sports, I don't know whether you were aware of this, but they're very, very dull. And because sports are very, very dull, they like cricket, for example, people tend to gamble on these sports in order to make them interesting. But cricket is still very, very dull, even with gambling. So they made it even more interesting by bribing the cricketers to organise a specific result, and that makes it even more interesting for the people who bribed the cricketers. Screensaver! And the next question is from Hipperson. What is the advantage of wall-to-wall carpeting contrary to ordinary carpets that sticks to the floors? Well, with an ordinary carpet that sticks to the floor, they also stick to your feet. You know, if you don't clean up that spill. Clean it up. Pause it and I'll wait. You back? Okay. And when did man develop houses as being hollow so you can live with them? So you got this backwards. Houses already existed. They've always existed. But what happened is that when people build a house, they're actually putting a wall and a roof around the house that is already there. And the next question is from Nighttime. Why don't hand lotions use manly scents like Old Spice? You know what a lot of people use hand lotions for? Anyway. Yes, that. Okay. Now, when you use certain aftershave lotions like Old Spice, you get this stinging sensation around your facial areas. And you don't want this stinging sensation on other regions where you might use hand lotion. And now for the video questions.
If you were to have yourself cloned and then have sex with yourself, would that be incest or masturbation?
Great question. Unfortunately, because of the impossibility of time travel, I won't be able to answer that question fully. Which is a very... Yes, we can. No. You know it's inevitable. And next time I'll be on top. And here's the next question.
If you're a smart guy, I was working on my computer the other day, trying to get the better computer working so I can do better video editing, etc. And I touched something inside, and now I've got this. Any idea what this is? And how to get rid of it? Anyway, Canadian atheist. Peace. Long life.
Yeah, I know what that is. That's why I told that guy to leave, if you know what I mean. And that's it for Tell It to Someone for this week. Here is your dovetail question. Now, if you would like to ask any more questions for Tell It to Someone, put it down here in under bar, or you can leave it as a video response by clicking down there where you would comment normally, unless you were like on like some sort of embedded player. Then you'll have to go to the YouTube site and do it there. Here's some thinking music.